Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Okay.
We dramatically outperform the promise though.
Okay.
So we get about 59.8 calls for these folks over 16 weeks.
Okay. Let's just separate the
And
problems into
so,
one at a time, though. So problem number one is that
sure.
you're dealing with a closer issue, and problem number two is that
Hmm.
you have a lack of ascension, right?
Yes.
Are you taking the ascension calls?
I will hop in when we've identified an opportunity for it,
Well, who's taking
but
the
not as
ascension
often as I
calls?
should because my calendar's full.
So, but who's taking the
Um,
ascensions?
I have a CS leader who's essentially taking those and making those offers, and I will kind of check it up, but it's not really refined as a process, I guess.
Got it. My team's also telling you to turn down the volume on me. That might help with the feedback.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Perfect.
let's deal with problem number one, which is that you haven't been able to duplicate a salesperson. So, number one is, do you have a
Yeah.
script?
Yes.
And this guy, is he following said script?
He's very script adherent, but he's not asking the sort of what's behind that? How do you mean by this specifically? Like he's okay with surface level answers.
Right. And so you have the sales handbook that I have, right? My sales handbook?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so the issue that we're missing is you just have to train him on saying these two things, literally. All right, this is what and you're going to role play with this. Can you tell me more about that? Can you give me an example? And you're going to rotate back and forth. And so he says, hey, what brought you in the call today? I saw this and that. Okay, I'm guessing you're not doing this and that all day. What problem are you trying to solve? I'd like to get more calls. Okay, got it. Tell me more about that. And then they tell you more about that. And then you say, can you give me an example? And he's like, well, XYZ. And you're like, tell me more about that. You literally alternate back and forth between tell me more about that, can you give me an example? Tell me more about that until you give me an example, until you get something meaty. It's just way better than saying why, right? It's the equivalent of that pain cycle for someone. So you have to role play with him on that part. And so he's getting the first part of the script, but he's not learning how to dig for pain. And so the first part
Yeah,
of the
that could be true, but also
yeah.
I was just curious about is the offer not obviously my idea on the ascension is that the people who do ascend
Hold
are
on,
middle
hold
market.
on. We're talking one
Right?
problem at a
They're
time.
not the
One
small
problem at a
people.
time. One problem at a time. There's the front end sale and there's the ascension.
it.
We're not talking about ascension. We're talking about front end sale because that's what's fucking up right now. Because you can't even focus on the ascension because you got to take the front end sales, right?
Yeah, and he's talking to these middle market people, and there's the multi-threading aspect, there's the sales cycle aspect. He's going to bring in people at the table, the director of marketing, and stuff like this.
Well, how do you
navigate
close?
that?
How are you closing? Are you doing that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, then. Okay, let me say this differently. You're doing something that he's not doing. You have to identify what you do
Sure.
that he's not doing and get him to do that. And he might also be doing things that you don't do or saying things that you don't do, and you got to get him to stop doing those things. And the only way you're going to do that is through role
I
playing.
hear you.
And the only way you're going to do that is through role playing. How often are you role playing with him?
Yeah, I hear you. Every day.
How do you role play?
Yeah. We give an example of said person, a SaaS company. I'm doing this, like whatever we get from the marketing form that comes in, and then we just start with the script, and he goes through the script, and it's perfect. I mean, it seems like great. And then he gets on the call. I mean, this guy's a good salesperson. He's done all types of sales, this and that. First time doing remote though. But
Okay.
he fits the parameters from like a psychological perspective. I'm a marketing guy. I know like an ad works when an ad works, a landing page works when a landing page works. But when I think about sales, it's quite difficult for me to understand like what am I doing differently that he's not. It's hard for me to identify these things.
You just have to, like, if he's saying the initial questions and he's not, quote, digging for pain, it's likely that you're trying to get him to sell like you. And this may sound in contrast to what I was saying before, but it's more that like when you create a truly good script, it doesn't require an expert to sell it. And so if you have a purely authoritative, consultative-based selling style, which a lot of founders do, then it requires on you knowing more than the prospect and then them being impressed by you because you get really into the weeds and then they're like, wow, and they buy, right? That is not how you can teach
That's
a
exactly
team.
right.
Right, that is not how you can teach a team to sell. We have to dig into the pain, but offer absolutely no solution. So all we do...
That's absolutely right.
Yeah, so the part that you're missing in your sales process and the part that you need to review and probably train with him is the discovery process. So if we break the script right now, so when you're doing your role playing, are you theming the day?
Say again, sorry?
So if I'm training somebody on sales, I'm going to train them differently all 5 days of the week. So on Monday, we're going to work on the intro. Purely, how do we open the call? How do we set the frame? And just go back and forth on that part of the script. That's it. We're going to role play that 10 times for the day. That's it. Tomorrow, we're going to go through disco. We're going to go through discovery. And we're going to basically practice. Tell me more about that. Can you give me an example? Tell me more about that. Can you give me an example? Now, the second part of discovery, as we transition into pitch, is going to be the recap, which is so it sounds like you match what they said the problem is to what you solve. So it sounds like you said this, this, and this. It sounds like you've got an ads issue and it sounds like you've got a funnel issue. Does that sound about right? Great. Once we basically do a pain stack at the end of like that pain cycle, so we figured out problem 1, problem 2, problem 3, and the sub-problems, you say, okay, because you said X, Y, Z, it sounds like you that. Is that true? ZYW, it sounds like you've got this. Is that true? Great. So we get agreement on the problems. You say, you know what? I think it'd be a perfect fit for what we've got. Can I tell you a little bit about it? Great. Now we're in pitch. So on Wednesday, we practice the pitch. Now the pitch should be short, man. Pitch is like 60 to 90 seconds top. It's three things. We do X, we do Y, we do Z, and for each of X, Y, and Z, we have an unbelievable example of why it would be ridiculous not to believe what I'm saying. So you're doing, $2 million a year.
Close, though.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. Is he setting for you?
So you just cut it off at O. You just cut it off at O, and then you move to review and cap, and then S when you go to the second call. Or
You still got to go CLO again. You still have to reset the frame.
Okay.
Is he
No,
setting
he's
and
not
closing
setting
for
calls me.
himself?
He has his own. Yeah, for himself.
Do you have a VSL
We
between?
have too many calls. We have a super good VSL and a super good thank you video. Like 300 calls, 200 live calls a month right now.
Right. And so, all right, tell me what this offer is, real quick.
I would love for you to know that. Yeah. So it's 16 weeks, 20 qualified calls. It is either they can split pay that for 8 and 8, 8 now, 8 at launch, or 13.4. My plan is like just increase that as we keep getting more results.
Sure.
And then we have a bolt on there.
What's the
And so
qualifier
really
for them to get on the call?
Say again?
What's the qualifier to get on the call?
Their ticket price has to be, for their product, their ACV has to be over 30K,
What about their revenue?
500K
Okay.
minimum floor.
Yeah, I mean, that price point's fine. All that stuff works. So, do they not believe you?
I mean, the thing is too, though, is that like what I've noticed is that he's not opening the doors and closing them. Like he's not killing zombies, proverbially.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's fucking up
People will be
discovery,
like, oh,
dude.
I don't know if ads are going to work for me.
He's fucking up discovery. I mean, I'm just saying, everything you're saying, he's missing disco. You need to role play him on disco. That's the issue. I'm just saying, like, that's the root problem. So right now, if that's the core issue, then you're probably going to disco more times. And then once he gets unfucked on disco, then every day of the week you go intro, you go train on disco, then you train on pitch, then you train on close, which is objection handling. And then on Friday, you train again on the thing that he's weakest at, which probably for a while will also still be discovery. That's the training cycle. And don't let him just say the script. Don't let him just say the script. He goes through the script and stop him the moment he fucks up and then get him to do it the right way and try again. You have to stop him in real time. Otherwise, if he just goes through it and then you try and give him feedback at the end, it's not going to work. It's not how people learn.
No,
So you should tell him up front.
This is a $200,000 per month problem that he's
Yes, 100%. And so you have to set the stage up front. Hey, listen, man, I'm going to role play with you. I'm going to change how we're doing it. The moment I see you mess up or not do something wrong, I'm going to correct you. But here's the thing. When he's doing it right, I want you to have your thumb up and I want you to nod while he's talking. So I want him to have visual feedback that he's doing a good job when he's doing it right. And then as soon as he gets it right, say, great, let's lock it in. Do it again. Great, do it again. So if let's say you get something wrong, you say, awesome, do it like this. He does it. If he does it correctly, then you have to do it 3 more times before he gets to move on.
Rock and roll, man, dude.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
That's the thing that's missing right now. All right. I think if you solve that problem, you'll be able to have the bandwidth to go solve the Ascension issue. Because honestly, you just need to take the Ascension calls for now, put a VSL there, and you should be fine. You have a CS person doing sales. Obviously, that's the issue.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I really do appreciate it. I mean, I'm glad to know that the offer looks good.
It's fine, dude. Honestly, it's underpriced. It's
yeah.
actually a little underpriced right now, but let's solve the sales problem. But I think to a degree, you're too cheap for some. Like, think about it. You're charging $13,000 for somebody who has a $30,000 per customer. So it's like
I know.
No, I'm saying I think it actually might be below the point of marginal cheapness, which is PMC. You might be so cheap they don't even believe you can deliver. Like you might sound small time.
Racking up the price.
Yeah,
I was already planning on
I think you sound small time, dude. It sounds too cheap. If I have a 30K average, I mean at least 1 or 2 clients worth.
Yeah, because I mean we're signing folks that are like deals are like 500K, 800K.
Yeah, dude, it's just not believable, dude. It's not believable. It's not believable.
Yeah.
I would go 15K a month, man. If these are the people you're dealing with and they're signing 500K deals, then like it's a rounding error. They just don't believe you can do it because you're too cheap.
So still break it into like per month, but the prepay or the split. Do you like that kind of setup, or should it be monthly?
Dude, it shouldn't even matter. If they're actually making that amount of money from customers, they shouldn't even need a payment plan. Like 13K, 8K, 8K, it's like it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I hear you.
Right?
Shit, man. Yeah.
They just don't believe you. It's too cheap.
And then take the Ascension calls.
Yeah,
and just
that's
crush
it. Drill disco with him, raise price, you take Ascension calls. 1, 2, 3.
Rock and roll, man. Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you. Take care.
Right, thanks, brother. For those of you guys who are in the chat, these are calls that I'm taking from ACQ Vantage, which is a community of the people who donated 1,000 books at the launch. We had it closed for 6 months. March 1st, we opened it back up for $1 Million Plus founders. And for those of you who are like, help the people who aren't $1 Million Plus. It's like, if only I gave all 3 of my books plus a trial of school for $16 for people who are not there. If only I did that. That is what I do, by the way. So if you want all 3 books, you can have all 3 hardback. As long as domestic US, I can't do it internationally because shipping's too much. But basically, you cover the cost of shipping. It's $5.33 a book for shipping, and school's free, and then it's $9 a month after that. You can go grab that. School.com/backpack. But for those of you guys who are $1 Million founders, and you'd like to be on the call, hit the link. Love to have you. And so, with that being said, let's rocky road.
Not to be confused with Alex.
Hey, what's up, Alex? How are you?
What's up, man?
Not much. Just trying to get through it.
Can't have a bad day with a name like that. All right, go for it.
My name's Alex. That's funny.
There you go. Demon.
We did 560K in rev last year, but the issue is we lost about 90% of our leads. 70% came from lead generation companies. The other 20% came from door to door. Other 10% was referral based.
What do you sell?
Now we're trying to start a
what do you sell?
Google PPC.
What do you
We
sell?
do solar and battery storage systems to anybody that basically makes over 150K in income.
Got it. Yeah. I saw your comment in the group. I think I responded.
Yes, you did.